Let me introduce you to two people. We'll call them Jake and Marcus. They graduated the same year, same state, same ambitions. Jake landed a warehouse logistics job making $35,000 a year. Nothing glamorous. Marcus crushed his interviews, got into tech sales, and started pulling in $120,000. And if I asked you right now who's going to be wealthier in 20 years, you'd pick Marcus without even thinking about it. And you'd be dead wrong. Here's the thing. This isn't some motivational fairy tale where I tell you money doesn't matter. Money absolutely matters. But what you do with it matters so much more that it can literally flip the entire equation upside down. And most people earning six figures have no idea they're falling into a trap that was designed to keep them broke. Let's start with Jake. Jake knows he doesn't make a lot. He's painfully aware of it. So he moves into a cheap apartment with a roommate, drives a used Civic he bought for $4,000 in cash, cooks most of his meals. Not because he's some discipline guru, but because he literally cannot afford to be stupid with money. His expenses run about $22,000 a year. That leaves him roughly $800 a month after taxes. And here's what Jake does that changes everything. He throws $400 of that into a Roth IRA invested in a basic S&P 500 index fund. $400. That's it. Now let's look at Marcus. Marcus gets his first real paycheck and something happens. Something that happens to almost everybody and nobody warns you about it. He upgrades. New apartment, no roommate this time, $1,500 a month. Leases a BMW because look, he earned it, right? $480 a month. Eats out 4 or 5 times a week, starts buying clothes that match the car, gets the watch, gets the sneakers, picks up a golf membership because his coworkers have one. And before Marcus even realizes what happened, he's spending $110,000 a year on a $120,000 salary. He's saving almost nothing, maybe tossing a couple $100 into a savings account, earning 0.4% when he remembers. And he genuinely believes he's doing fine because his life looks successful. This is lifestyle creep, and it's not a slow leak, it's a flood disguised as a drip. A study from the Bureau of Labor Statistics found that households earning over $100,000 a year save, on average, less than 10% of their income. Meanwhile, research from Ramsey Solutions showed that a third of millionaires in America never earned a six-figure salary in a single year of their career. Read that again. A third of millionaires never made six figures. So how is that even possible? It's possible because wealth is not what you earn. Wealth is the gap between what you earn and what you spend, multiplied by time. That's the whole formula. And Jake has a gap. Marcus doesn't. Let's run the actual math because this is where it gets uncomfortable. Jake invests $400 a month starting at age 23 into an index fund averaging 10% annual returns, which is roughly the historical S&P average. By age 50, Jake has over $560,000. He never got a massive raise. He never started a business. He just didn't touch it and let compounding do what compounding does. Marcus starts quote-unquote investing at 32 because he finally reads a finance book after a panic moment. He puts in $800 a month, double what Jake invests, into the same fund. By age 50, Marcus has around $440,000, less than Jake, even though he invested twice as much per month, because he started 9 years later. 9 years of compounding just vanished. Look, I'm not sitting here telling you to live like a monk and drive a beater forever. That's not the point. The point is that every single dollar you spend to look wealthy is a dollar that could have been silently making you wealthy. And the advertising industry, social media, your coworkers, your friends, they're all accidentally conspiring to make you spend your future. Think of it like a treadmill. Every time Marcus got a raise, he didn't move forward. He just turned up the speed and ran harder in the same spot. Jake was walking slowly on flat ground, but he was actually moving somewhere. And here's what nobody tells you about lifestyle creep. It doesn't just cost you money, it costs you options. Marcus can't quit his job if it's killing him. He can't take 6 months off. He can't say no to the Sunday night anxiety because his BMW payment doesn't care how he feels. Jake has a cushion. Jake has choices, and choices are the real definition of wealth. So here's what I need you to do. Before your next paycheck hits, calculate your gap. Take your monthly income after taxes, subtract every single expense, and look at the number. If that number is small or negative, it doesn't matter if you make $35,000 or $350,000. You are not building wealth, you're performing it. The first step isn't earning more. The first step is keeping more. Automate a percentage before you see it, before your brain can negotiate with you, before the algorithm shows you something you suddenly need. Pay your future self first and let the lifestyle fit around what's left, not the other way around. Jake figured this out at 23, making 35 grand.
And 20 years from now, only one of them is going to understand the difference between looking rich and being free. Don't be Marcus.